Hey guys, Monsingan here, bringing you a Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so earlier today we got the data download on both versions. Global had maintenance. I'm not actually sure if JP did. I think this was the catch up for Global, the maintenance that JP had, I believe, the previous week. So everything should be all good and caught up now. And of course, this contains all of the stuff for at least the first part of the Mercenary Tau end of May, beginning of June Dokkan Festival campaign. So there's quite a few things to go through here, a bunch of upcoming missions and stuff for events, so we're going to go through all of that. Shout out to Proton, as always, for compiling all of this information into the data download thread. And so yeah, we're just going to go ahead and take a look at everything that we've got. So you can see all the stuff in the files, loads of stuff in terms of tickets and things like that, which we'll be going through here. So of course we have a promo movie. I mean, this is just, we just get these all the time for these celebrations now. It's pretty cool that they do these. Just gives you a little bit of an intro to the celebration, little snippets of the animation from the new character. So it's pretty cool. Then we got physical Mercenary Tau, his SSR and TUR art. You can see here the banner confirmed to be releasing at the usual banner time, which currently with daylight savings for me is 6 AM UK time. So the same time the last few banners have gone up, really. And then we've got the general blue SSR and TUR arts here as well. We also have a card in game now for Majin Buu, but this is only a boss card. This is just for the new stage that is being added to the Daima story event. It's not a farmable free-to-play card or summonable or anything like that. It's just literally an enemy that you fight in the story event. So then we have the new label. Obviously this is just for the sake of like the in-game files, but obviously the new labels for the new category, the mission execution. We talked about that yesterday, speculating about who could be on that, and of course that is out now. Perhaps we can take a look at that here as well. It's a very weird category. We talked yesterday about like who could potentially be on it, if depending on what they mean by mission. And now that we've seen the actual category, it's certainly, I think, more confusing, but we'll have a look. So then we got the hidden potential. So this is the new hidden potential event. Activate your hidden potential. As you can see, this goes live on the 2nd of June. And it has a load of slots on the map in one direction. So it seems like whether this is all going to be separated and we're still going to have the 5 different typings, it seems like you're going to be able to get a decent amount of orbs of each size from the stage. So it's about time that this thing was like revamped, I guess. So if this is going to be available for all 5 typings as well, this seems very interesting. Then we have the Daima stage, stage 12, Goku versus Majin Buu. Again, nothing special, nothing in the files in terms of like anything to be farmed. So it's probably just going to be training items or something like that. But again, this is bringing us closer and closer now as we get closer to the end of the story, that this timing is perfect for the Daima story event to essentially get to the end of the Daima story as we're getting into the Global Dokkan campaign, which is one of the many reasons why I think the Global Dokkan campaign will have some big involvement from Daima stuff. So we'll have to wait and see. And then, of course, obviously, we are getting the Dokkan event for Mercenary Tau, Cold-Hearted Assassin. Obviously, this is a brand new event, not a new stage, because no previous Tau Dokkan event existed. So this will be getting added in. Obviously, there'll be missions to get extra medals and stuff like that. We have the Red Zone for DB Saga, is having the Stage 7 added. Versus Shula. This is the weird like filler. It's like the 3 demon enemies, who are often a group of enemies in some of the Super Battle Road stages. So very interesting. I wonder how difficult this will be, because if we're going to get multiple stages added during this celebration, then you would assume this one isn't going to be the hardest one. But obviously this stage is going to be stage 7, which means it comes after Demon King Piccolo, which is probably the hardest of those DB Saga Red Zone stages. So it'll be interesting to see just how difficult this stage ends up being. Then we have Seriously Serious All Out Battles Stage 2. So versus Kid Goku. This obviously is going to be an event that by beating this you get free tickets to summon for Tau. And there are some missions to get some other bits and pieces as well. Then we have a Battlefield Reset. We only just recently got like the new set of enemies, so this will just be a change in the enemy typings, but reset always means a nice few extra stones, kais and a few other useful items, so that's good. Then we have the ticket summon. So this is the special ticket that we're going to get for free. So you get these from not only the Seriously Serious event, but obviously tomorrow being the 30th is also Dokkan Day. So we get the extra tickets from missions for that as well. In total, I think there's 28 tickets that you get for free. So basically 4 7-unit multi-summons for free on the banner, which is pretty good. For the Hit and God Goku, we got 1 extra set of multis. It was 35 tickets total, because, or like 21 tickets from the specific missions for that day. But that's obviously because that was a dual Dokkan Fest. It's one of those things I could see people already like are going to be complaining like, oh, we got less tickets this time. But we got 1 extra set of tickets for summons last time because it was a double banner, right? So this seems like what we could be expecting going forwards on the 15th and the 30th when it is only a single banner. But 28 tickets for free, definitely nothing to be mad about. Free summons are always good. There will be people that pull Tao off of these free tickets. I saw multiple screenshots of people pulling Kale and Caulifla off the free tickets on the 15th. So then, of course, we have the Dokkan Festival tickets. These are the normal ones that you can buy that Global just always gets now. You know, there was a time over a year ago, I think now it's been such a long time, where like every now and then some banners would get them and some wouldn't. And then there was a few banners in a row that was like, oh, cool, we are getting purchasable tickets again. And now it just is a thing that Global always gets now. So if you are a spending player, then obviously those can be for you. Now, the interesting thing that caused some debate on the timeline earlier today is these new tickets, red Dokkan Festival tickets and these sort of blue, almost teal Legendary Summon Carnival tickets. I saw a lot of people saying that these, because they're in the files, but they're not yet in the database, like any information about what they're for. A lot of people saw these and instantly started assuming that these are for the Global Dokkan campaign and the colours of the tickets have something to do with who the characters could be. But I retweeted this post of like the images of the coins, because obviously Dokkan Fest coins are red and Legendary Summon coins are this sort of like bluey teal colour. I think that these are just tied into the summon points, which is a thing that's going to be starting today as well, or tomorrow with the banner. By summoning on the banner, you get summon points, which you can then exchange for tickets. But we're still not entirely sure how this system works until these actually come out. So I'll probably do a video explaining it in proper detail, like once we actually get the banner and the summons and everything out tomorrow. But presumably you trade in these points for these tickets, and they could potentially just be tickets for the upcoming Global Dokkan campaign, and they're not tickets for the actual current banner, because we still don't really know the full details of what the summon points are. In fact, they did say in that news update, there was an image saying that the tickets that you would get from these summon points weren't to summon for the exact same pool of characters. And at the time, I was saying like, oh, does that mean the banner will be slightly different? Like if it was for the new unit banner, which now we know is Tau, so we use that as the example. If they were free tickets that you would get from these summon points to summon for Tau, would the selection of units be like different? Like it might just be Tau and then a bunch of like random unfeatured characters and not all the featured Dokkan Fests. Or maybe it would only be Tau and some of the better featured Dokkan Fests, and then that would be slightly better than the actual banner. But it seems like now what they were referring to potentially is that those are going to be for future bigger banners, which actually is kind of cool. Like if you, because I think a lot of people would potentially not summon on a filler banner like Tau because they want to save for the Global Dokkan campaign. But if summoning a little bit on his banner gets you these points, which you can then buy tickets that you can then use in the Global Dokkan campaign, that would probably make some people drop a few summons on these banners. But again, don't take that as any sort of like confirmation. We'll wait and see exactly how this works when this goes live tomorrow, and I'll do a detailed video explaining it all. So we have the pity coin, because obviously Tau is a filler Dokkan Fest, so it's going to be a pity banner. That also means it is going to be 10 featured SSRs, so another reason not to summon. But I will be doing a proper summon or skip video later going over you know, who's potentially going to be on the banner and all that kind of stuff, so we'll talk about that more then. We have new idol animations. So obviously we have one for Mercenary Tao himself, of course, right, being the new Dokkan Fest exclusive. They're all new characters releasing now are going to come out with idol animations. Isn't really anything that impressive. We also have one for Gamma 1. Again, his really isn't that impressive either. He just kind of changes his stance slightly. But we have one for LR Gamma 1 and 2, which is kind of cool. Gamma 2 like pulls off a pose and Gamma 1 just shakes his head. Obviously, I guess the reason why Gamma 1 has got an updated sprite is because Gamma 1 and 2 eventually end up exchanging into just Gamma 1. Whereas there is no solo Gamma 2 part, so they didn't give him one, which does mean it's very unlikely that Gamma 1 and 2, like the separate TURs, will be getting easy A's in this celebration, right? Because if they'd done Gamma 2's solo animation as well, when he's not part of the LR, that could maybe be an indication that he was going to get an easy A, but that is not the case, right? And then we have new scripted stuff for the story events, Tau, Goma, the Third Eye, the stage with the castle. So all of that stuff in the data, pretty interesting. A lot of stuff we were expecting. This is very interesting stuff that we weren't 100% sure about. So I'm going to be very intrigued to see exactly how the summon points things work. The red zone stage does go live straight away tomorrow when the banner comes out, which is pretty cool. Obviously the Seriously Serious event does as well, because that's where you get the tickets from. So if we take a look over here at Dokkan info and we take a look at the missions, so obviously the Seriously Serious stage, all you have to do is beat it once. So the previous one with the Goku wasn't that hard. Like if you're bringing your best team, like one of the best teams in the game, just beating it shouldn't be that hard, and that gets you the 14 tickets. Then if you want to get some of these other missions done, an extreme unit of each typing, and you can get a stone and some link level skill orbs. Clear stage 2 within 5 turns, and you can get a stone and some orbs. Clear stage 2 with all int characters. I'm assuming he's probably going to be physical. Within 8 turns, super or extreme, and then you get more, and then yeah, beating all the missions you get a special sticker. But the important thing is just beat the stage once and you get your 14 tickets. So that's 2 of those 7 unit multis. Then we have the special Dokkan Day missions. So beat the link level stage, which again will be available for just 24 hours. Beat that once, gives you another 7 tickets. Beat any stage 3 times. Train a character 3 times. Level up a super attack, and then yeah, you have to use a training location for the training, but level up super attack, and then obviously by doing all of those missions you get the other 7. So that's where you get the 28 tickets from. 14 from here, and then obviously 14 from just beating the Seriously Serious stage 1 time. Then we've obviously got, these are the missions for getting the extra Tau medals. So mission execution characters on your team, 3, super type character of every typing, no items, and then 5 turns, nice and easy, gets you 28 extra medals. So then the Seriously Serious event itself has its own missions, that these are just to get a few extra stones. So beat the stage once, which obviously you're going to want to do for the tickets anyway. Beat the stage with 6 Sworn Enemies characters, and then beat the stage with 6 Earthlings characters, and you can get a bunch of stones for doing those. And then the red zone has its own missions for the new stage, stage 7. Beat the stage once, beat the stage with 6 Siblings Bond characters, and then beat the stage with 6 Mission Execution characters. So that's definitely going to be an interesting one with the new category. And then lastly, I don't know, actually, yeah, these ones are just randomly here. They apparently go into the game tomorrow. Beat the Extreme Z Battle. Like these are the normal ones that we'd get when a new EZA comes out, but the only EZA in the game that's listed just as the Android/Cell Saga EZA is the STR Goku Gohan and AGL Cell. So that should have had these missions when it first came out. So I'm not 100% sure what this is here for, whether this is an error, whether the missions are being like revamped. It could be that there's a sub EZA from that event, because you would have to replay these stages that would technically get you these missions in order to get the medals. So I'm a bit unclear why that is in here, but I guess we'll find out tomorrow, because these missions supposedly go live tomorrow. But yeah, so we've got missions for the new Red Zone stage, missions for the new event, missions for Tau. Basically, you just want to do the new link level stage, train a character a couple of times, get some link levels up. That gets you 14 tickets from here, and then beat the Seriously stage once, and then you've got another 14. So everyone gets 28 free pulls on the Tau banner. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. What are you most looking forward to from all the stuff in the data download? Like I say, we'll have a more detailed summon or skip video for Tau going up a little bit later on. So let me know all of your thoughts on this stuff down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.